What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name's Dylan Zachary, and I'm a graphic designer and music enthusiast. So today we got a little something different on the channel for you guys. I'm starting this new little series called Monthly Music Suggestion. Basically, curated list of different songs that I've been listening to and that I've been enjoying. A lot of my music taste bounces around all the time, and I would like to share some of my music taste with you guys. Obviously, you can see that I have an extensive vinyl collection back there. A lot of it deals with a lot of old school rock and roll, classic rock kind of vibes, but I listen to everything from rap, rock and roll, country, jazz, you name it, I've listened to it. I don't really listen to a lot of the top hits nowadays. I'll check out new music every once in a while. I mean, I think the last song I listened to that's like a newer song is probably like chappellroan, Pink Pony Club, when that came out. A lot of the stuff isn't really my thing, like the poppy stuff isn't my thing. A lot of the newer country music also isn't my thing, so I kind of stay away from that stuff and listen to a lot of the older country-based stuff if I am in that realm. But I know pop and country are the biggest genres as of right now. I mean, even rap music isn't that popular like it was 10 years ago. But yeah, I thought this would be fun just to go through a list of songs that I could recommend to you guys and that you could maybe check out and then get back to me and let me know what you guys think. And hopefully it'll expand my horizons and get me listening to different things. Because at the very end of this video, I'm going to do like a little listen in on the top #1 song on Spotify and give it a listen and give some feedback on the top song in the US right now on Spotify. So, but yeah, that's a new series I'm going to be doing, Monthly Music Suggestion. Right now we're in March, so this is just a round out of everything I've been listening to in February right now. Obviously, I am not hitting everything that I've been listening to, but this is just like a, you know, I've just cherry picked out of everything I've been listening to, and this is the ones that have stuck with me and just stuff that I kind of have on repeat that I want to share with you guys. But with that being said, let's get into this music suggestion. We got 10 songs coming your way right now. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Have you heard these songs before? Did you give them a spin after you watched this video? Let me know what you guys think and what's your favorite song and what you're listening to currently right now. It's funny, when thinking of this new series, I tried to keep it in the same wheelhouse of like the monthly album redesign series I did all of last year, where I redesigned album covers for 12 months, all different album covers from my vinyl collection back there. I chose a vinyl record from my vinyl collection and redesigned the album covers. But I wanted to continue doing a monthly project on YouTube kind of format. That's where I came up with this idea, because I want to be able to share my music taste and talk about music, because those are two of my biggest passions, is music and graphic design. Like I said, this is just cherry picked from February of what I was listening to, and let me know what you guys think down below. So to start it off, we got the Blackkeys, You Got to Lose. This song just dropped from the Blackkeys. It's off their new album coming out very soon called Peaches. They just did a whole run out of all brand new stuff from them. New album cover, completely refreshed their website. So this has been really exciting, because it's one of my favorite things is when bands cycle into the new record that they're promoting, because you get to see all the branding and all the ideas just flowing out, and they're finally announcing tours and releasing posters for the tours and releasing albums and song singles. It's one of my favorite things. And Peaches right now for the Blackkeys, this album seems like it's going to be really blues oriented. Just one of those summertime records that you're going to put on, and it's just good grungy blues music, and I love that vibe. It's kind of like a sister or a brother to Delta Cream. Delta Cream came out a couple years ago, and they absolutely nailed a lot of those amazing legendary blues songs. But You Got to Lose, it's a great song, and I'm thoroughly interested in the future album that's coming out, Peaches. Next up, we got Tame Impala, Dracula. This album came out in October of 2025, and this song has been on repeat for months on end at this point. I love this song. I can't get enough of it. There's a couple good ones on that album too, but Dracula is the one that stands out the most to me. The single release was awesome, the music video was awesome, and just the whole vibe of the track, and just how it's kind of like another pop hit, but it's got that Kevin Parker, Tame Impala psychedelia rave aspect to it too. It's very different than your typical Tame Impala. A really great record. If you haven't listened to it yet, go check it out. Tame Impala, Dracula. Been out for a while now, but it's just on repeat for me. This next one is Factory Girl by the Rolling Stones. This song came out in the 60s, and it's a very, very quick acoustic song. The song's premise is about the Andy Warhol days with the Factory. Andy Warhol used to have a warehouse called the Factory back in the day in New York City, and all the celebrities and painters and writers and the people of that era used to go to these parties that he would hold every weekend at the Factory. It was just a non-stop party. That's where this song came from. It's called Factory Girl by the Rolling Stones. This one, whenever I'm in that artsy painting mode, I like to throw this one on along with Andy Warhol by David Bowie, which which isn't on the list this time around, but Andy Warhol and Factory Girl. For some reason, I woke up one day and Factory Girl was just in my head, and I put it on and I just kept listening to it back to back because it's only a 2-minute song, so I just had to keep on playing it on repeat. And this song is just a quick, classic little ballad from the 60s about one of Andy Warhol's Factory Girls. Great song. Highly recommend listening to it. This next one is kind of an underground band. They're called The Heavy Heavy. I've done a video on some designs I created for them, not necessarily for the band, unaffiliated with the band, but I just created some designs for them if I was to do a rock poster for these guys. I've been listening to these guys for like 2 or 3 years now. Extremely underground, underrated band. They've been getting some traction recently. They were just on a Blackkeys tour last year. I'm so glad they're finally getting the recognition that they deserve because their music is like 60s psychedelia surf hop rock based out of the 60s, and it's just got a certain vibe to it, man. It reminds me of like summertime, just cruising down like Route 66 or maybe like along the coastline of California or something. Like, it's just got that real surfer, just groovy vibe, and it has a real 60s tinge to all the music. And this specific song from The Heavy Heavy, Cherry, has been on repeat off their newest record. It's a great song, a great vibe. I highly recommend listening to it. Give it a spin after this video. Go type it in right now, pause the video, and then come back. Go listen to Cherry by The Heavy Heavy. Extremely underrated band. This song is pure gold in my opinion. I just saw The Heavy Heavy live back in December. Phenomenal band live. They had that pure rock and roll feel to them because their guitars were messing up on stage and they didn't even care. The one dude put down the guitar, grabbed one of his buddy's guitars that didn't even fit him. The strap was like super hiked up and he was trying to play the guitar, and he really didn't even care. He just grabbed whatever just because the show had to go on. No stage text, no help from anybody, just had to figure it out off the cuff, and that is pure rock and roll, man. Plug into the amp and sing your music, and that's true rock and roll, and you felt it in the audience. It was just a good time. Great band live, good music. The Heavy Heavy, Cherry. Go check that out. Next up, we got someone who you see back there right now. I got his album posted up on my Now Playing. Waylon Jennings. For some reason, I've been on an outlaw kick for a long time now, and it hasn't gone away for probably over a year. I've been listening to a lot of Willie Nelson, a lot of Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash. I've been listening to those guys nonstop. I don't know what it is. Something about the raspiness and their tone, specifically with Waylon Jennings. It resonates with me so much right now. I don't know if it's my age. I don't know if it's what's going on in the world. It's just got this real grittiness to it that I really thoroughly enjoy. Waylon Jennings to country is like what the Rolling Stones are to rock and roll. He just has like this certain vibe to him. All of them. Willie, Johnny, all of them. They all have that specific vibe that isn't around anymore. But the song we're specifically talking about today is Waylon Jennings, Drinking and Dreaming. Drinking and Dreaming. That song has been on repeat for me. I have no idea why. It's just got a nice mellow vibe to it. It's awesome to listen to on the weekends when you're having a couple. I just love it. I love that song. I love Waylon. I love the outlaw country music. It's just been a whole vibe, and I highly recommend going to check it out. Waylon Jennings, Drinking and Dreaming. Go listen to it right now. So next up on the list, we got Candlebox, Far Behind. This song's been really fun to listen to. I just learned this song on guitar, and it's extremely fun to play. This band has a special place in my heart because I grew up on Candlebox. Growing up, my parents used to play Candlebox all the time, along with, the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Ozzy Osbourne, Pearl Jam and Nirvana, all those guys. Candlebox was always in that rotation. It was nice to go back and listen to their debut album and just hear all those amazing songs. You got You, Change, Far Behind, He Calls Home, all great music from that first album, and I highly recommend listening to Far Behind. Such a great song off a great album. It's been so much fun listening to it over and over again while I'm playing along with my guitar. Candlebox, Far Behind. Go give it a spin. Some 90s grunge for you. Go listen to it. Another one that's been on my radar for the last week specifically has been The Faces, aka Rod Stewart, aka Ronnie Wood from the Rolling Stones. I love Rod Stewart and his music and his solo work, but Rod Stewart in the Faces era, which was only a blip of time of like 3 years. Rod Stewart, his snarling voice, dude, and just the way that it's got that hoarse rock and roll grittiness to it. I absolutely love The Faces, and this song specifically we're talking about is Stay With Me. Stay With Me came out off their third record, A Knot in the Wing. That song is just so ferocious. Ronnie Wood's grinding, gritty guitar tone is just, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite guitar tones, and Rod's vocals on that is just so powerful. I highly recommend going to check out The Faces if you've never heard of them. The Faces started off being another band. They were called the New Faces. They lost 2 members that went to go create another band called Humble Pie. That's a whole nother topic for another day. They had 2 surviving members of the New Faces that went on to recruit Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood to create The Faces, and then The Faces released amazing music, straight up British rock and roll, an amazing band. And we're doing a back-to-back doubleheader. Watch out, here we come. Bad and Ruin off of their second album, Long Player. Drowning. Go listen to that too. Another absolute rocker of a song. Nothing but gritty rock and roll. An amazing song. Doubleheader. Go listen to both those right now. Stay With Me by The Faces and Bad and Ruin by The Faces. Go listen to them back to back. Amazing music. Amazing rock and roll. From the 70s, the early 70s. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. And Rod Stewart in his prime. Such good music. Go check it out right now. And then we got the Blackcrowes. Kind of staying in the same vibe as The Faces. Another gritty rock and roll song coming at you. It's a brand new song by the Crowes off their new record coming out March 13th, which I'm excited for. This one is just, it's got like a Rolling Stones vibe to it, and it's definitely got a Faces vibe to it. I've been on the Blackcrowes now for years. I love the Blackcrowes. I grew up listening to the Blackcrowes, and then I kind of came back to them when they came around with their Shake Their Moneymaker tour back in like 21 or 22 or whenever that was. I love the Blackcrowes. I got to see them with Aerosmith, put on a great show. The brothers just absolutely nail it every single time. They sound great. Both Chris and Rich, they sound amazing live, and their music is just great music. They had a song on their last record, Happiness Bastards, called Wanting and Waiting. Pure rock and roll joy. I just loved it, every second of it, ate it up as much as I could. And now with this new record, they came out with a song that has like a nice mix of like The Faces, gritty rock and roll with that snarling vocal, mixed with like some Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street, maybe a little Sticky Fingers error in there. Anyway, that song is The Blackcrowes, Profane Prophecy. That's all right. This song is such a ripper, dude. Go play it right now. It's great. They dropped a weird music video with it, which kind of fits the vibe of the song. If Can't You Hear Me Knocking and Stay With Me had a child, a love child, that's what this song would be. Go check it out. The Blackcrowes, Profane Prophecy. Great tune, great shredder of a song. Go listen to it. And the last one, we're keeping it pretty simple. We're keeping it pretty simplistic on this one. This one is another ballad from back in the day in the 60s. Van Morrison, Into the Mystic. It's a beautiful song. Just go listen to it. It's a gorgeous song. I never was a huge Van Morrison fan growing up. As I've gotten older, I've appreciated his lyrical and his voice specifically a lot more, because I used to hate his voice growing up. It just sounded like nails on a chalkboard. Now I've kind of understood the rasp and the tonality behind his voice. I just appreciate it a lot more, and this song is a beautifully written song, and Van Morrison's voice just it speaks miles on this song. I highly recommend going to check that out and listen to it. Okay, so for the last bit of this monthly music suggestion video, I want to listen to the #1 song on Spotify right now. Usually this kind of stuff isn't in my wheelhouse. Like I said, there's a couple songs out there that I've listened to when they're popular. I don't really stick with the times with the new popular music. I just don't really listen to it that much. Every once in a while, when Billie Eilish comes out with a new record, I'll listen to that. When chappellroan busted onto the scene, I was listening to some of her music, and that's about it, man. That's about it. I'm not really versed in the newer music. I don't look at the charts anymore. I'm not into it anymore. Back when rap was really popular in like the 2010 era, all the way up until like 18, 19, I was following all the trends and all that stuff. I was following all that, so I was keeping up on the charts then. And I know it's shifted. I know the landscape of music has shifted to more pop and like country pop. So like I know those are more popular. I know a lot of Bad Bunny music and K-pop is really popular right now. I don't really get into any of that stuff. Great songs, great beats, great music, but it's just not my style, not my taste. But all music is created equal, because as long as you're making music, that's all that matters. It's got to touch somebody somewhere out there, so that's the most important thing. So let's give it a listen. Let's listen to the #1 song on Spotify right now in March. So we got Bruno Mars, Risk It All. Let's listen to it, and I'll give you some of my feedback at the end of the listen.
To hold your hand.
First things first, Bruno Mars, his voice is stellar. I actually would have never listened to that probably a day in my life unless I've heard it on the radio or something. That was a very pretty song. It's funny that we were just talking about Bad Bunny. It has a very Spanish feeling kind of vibe to it. Very pretty song, very beautiful song. I was very thoroughly impressed and enjoyed listening to that guitar solo at the very end right there. Yeah, I would have never listened to that, but very good song. I guess Bruno's about to come out with a new album and stuff. Probably like the first single off the record. Thoroughly impressed, to be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect. I do like Bruno Mars a lot. He's very tied into the rock and roll culture, which I love. So that's really cool. And I grew up with Bruno Mars, and I love Bruno's music. So it's cool that he's still out there kicking it. Yeah, that was actually a really good song. Go check that out. Bruno Mars, Risk It All. Go listen to all those songs. Let me know what you guys think about all those songs down in the comment section below. Let me know if you've listened to them already and what you think of them. If you haven't listened to them, go check them out and come back to the video and let me know what you think of them. This is all about sharing music and just sharing the love of music. Let me know what you guys are listening to right now. I'm really curious of what everybody's listening to out there. What's your favorite genres? What's your favorite songs right now? Drop them down below. Let's talk about it. I'm a huge advocate for the 60s and 70s music. I love all that stuff. I don't stray away from anything. I listen to all music. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't discriminate. I love it all. Music is good stuff, and we got to keep it alive, and we got to keep listening to it, and we got to keep spinning records because it's a dying breed, and it's something that I love doing. I love waking up on a weekend, making a cup of coffee, coming up here into my studio office space, and just spinning a record and listening front to back and just taking it in, man. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like I said, this is just a list that's a bunch of cherry-picked songs that's been on repeat for me for about 4 weeks now, about a month, and that's what this is, monthly music suggestion. Let me know what you guys think, drop them down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.